Does that face look familiar? Does that smile look familiar? It belongs to BrownMark. He'll be joining us when we return from this commercial break. Don't go away. Someone on the show that was with Prince, and then so many questions sent around what was Prince like and all that kind of stuff. Just, I want to know one thing, really, and that's what did you learn from working with someone like Prince?
I learned how to be a perfectionist, you know. I learned how to work hard, and I work my groups hard, the groups I work with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, learn discipline.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of groups out there don't have a lot of discipline, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They come to rehearsal when they want, they rehearse for a couple hours, you know. I treat it like a job. It's normal of about 8 hours a day for me.
Mm-hmm. Also read in your press release that you said working with Prince, you learned that how hard you have to work to be a star.
Yeah.
It doesn't just come naturally, does it?
No. In a band called Fantasy, a local group, we played with The Time and Flight Time with Jimmy and Terry and all those guys. And way back in the 70s, late 70s. Anyways, when I graduated from high school, I was playing in a bar called 7th Street Entry. It was a First Avenue club. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
And he walked in. He watched me for about a year, I think. You know, at least a half a year. Because I used to see him pop into the clubs, you know, and everybody's, Prince is here, you know, and everybody get real tense. And I never knew he was looking at me, though. And one day, I got a phone call, and it said, I want you to join my band. And I said, oh. You know, he said he wanted me to audition, so I went and auditioned. And there it was. You know, he told me I had the job after the audition, you know.
Oh, really? That day?
Yeah. So I was pretty excited.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was funny because Jimmy and Terry, they always would come up to me and pat me on the back, and they'd say, someone's watching you, keep it up. And I never knew what they were talking about, and then one day it hit me. I walked in this club called, what was it, The Taste. And Jimmy and Terry, they all ran up to me and they said, congratulations. They knew before I knew
really?
What was going to happen. So it was pretty wild.
When you played bass for Prince in the studio, do you create the bass lines?
Most of the time. Not always. Purple Rain album was when he really started using the group. Before then, he usually did it all himself.
Oh, really? So the group just really existed for live performances.
Yeah. Then after Purple Rain, we all started creating. That's why it sounds different than the other albums.
Okay. So that was kind of a true story. I mean, in Purple Rain, Lisa and Wendy trying to present some of their material to him, and they rejected it, but eventually started accepting some of your work.
Kind of true.
Kind of true.
It was blown out of proportion a little bit, but it was supposed to be a true story.
Were you surprised at the success of the movie?
Yeah, I was. Because, I knew it was good. I liked it because it was a rock and roll film, and I haven't seen one of those in a long time. But I never thought that it would have the success that it did. I was really shocked.
So when people stop you on the streets, is it more from the movie, or is it more from seeing you in concert with Prince?
No one remembers me from the movie.
Oh, really?
There's one shot in there where I'm looking at my watch. Cut all the dialogue and everything. It's cut right out of the movie.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right, we're going to take a look at your first video, and then we want to talk about your solo career. Okay, BrownMark on video solo. This one's called Next Time, and it is his first solo project.
Mark! Mark! You're late. You'd better get up. Mark! Mark! You're late.
dance. She sits in her chair, and I tell the girls, maybe next time I see you again. Maybe next time you and I can dance. Maybe next time I'll be all alone. Maybe next time, maybe. Next time, maybe you can dance with me. Next time, maybe you can dance with me. I like to drink a little rosy wine, sit down and eat at my favorite dine. Then I'll go out to my favorite club, try to shake down all of that nice grub. I like the girls to come up to me. I like it when they try to convince me. I love my girl, that is what I tell them, but they don't care. Typical women. Maybe next time I'll see you again. And maybe next time you and I can dance. Maybe next time I'll be all alone. Maybe next time, maybe. Next time, maybe you can dance with me. Baby. Next time, maybe you can dance with me. You can dance with me, girl. Dance all night. Next time, maybe you can dance with me. You can dance until the moonlight. Yeah. Next time, maybe you can dance with me.
We're going to be back with more conversation with BrownMark. That was his new video you just got to look at. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Mark!
Cameo, they were one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't really think of anyone else. Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson fan. For what? What part of Mike? I mean, is it for the music or his vocal or his style on stage or just whole attitude?
Yeah. Such a strong, powerful attitude.
Okay. Okay. But you did you write everything on here?
Oh yeah. Hopefully early spring and work it. Show people that it's real.
Do you have any idea who you're going to tour with at this point?
No, I don't know.
You think Prince would invite you back for a tour with him?
No, I doubt it. I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know.
When you left, I mean, did you leave on good terms? Is everything?
Yeah, we're still friends.
Okay.
He comes up and he called me and congratulated me on the album. Yeah, we don't really, talk like buddies, but yeah.
Why is Minneapolis so hot? I mean, so much music comes out of there right now.
I personally feel it's because we never had a real black radio station. We grew up around, basically the pop rock music, and like I always heard Confunction Cameo because we had these like sun-powered stations that would come on 3 hours a day, and you'd hit the record stores every week and find out who's new. Right. And then being in a band, we tried to keep up. So I think what we do is we develop our own, interpretation of what R&B is. Yeah. And I think that is why it's so different. I'm not sure, but.
Well, that's interesting. That's the most interesting explanation I've heard of it. Yeah, because I've always wondered why does the city get so hot like that all of a sudden?
I'm pretty convinced that's the reason.
Okay. Hey, well, continued success to you. The new album is out now. The next one will be out next week. You sound like you're anxious to get on to the next project already. I mean, is that something you learned from Prince? Like, hey, let's move on. I can't wait.
No, I'm just impatient. Yeah, I'm impatient.
But you brought this jacket for me, right?
Yes.
This is the one you had on in the video?
Yes. We changed a couple names letters here for you.
Whoa, look. That's serious.
That is the...
Good God. That is beautiful. I love this. Minneapolis Rugby Club. American Karate Studio. Is that your studio?
No.
Oh, do you work in there?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, we just...
Well, why'd you put it on a jacket?
just grab a lot of patches of interesting things.
I love it. The tennis it feels warm, too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. I really do appreciate it. This is great. Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. BrownMark, our guest today on Video Soul. Well, we got Mazarati right now. This is one of BrownMark's group. As a matter of fact, he built it from the ground up. This tune called 100 Miles Per Hour on Video Soul.